Okay, now we are going to discuss about the topics of operating system. The first concept I would like to start with is operating system introduction and the definition of operating system. And here are the list of contents we are going to discuss today, right? Introduction to operating system, as I already told you, but according to your syllabus, I have prepared the PPTs. So based upon the syllabus, we'll continue this class. What is an operating system? A view of system components, computer system components, and then operating system services, right? So whenever you feel discomfort, you can let me know, right? First of all, what is an operating system? So as I told you earlier, it is a program which acts as an interface between operating system is an interface between the user and the computer hardware. And next, what are the design goals of the operating system? So if you observe here in this particular slide, so operating system is convenient to use as well as we can use the computer hardware in an efficient manner. You try to observe that bold letters, right? So that it is very easy for you to understand. First of all, the first point is operating system is an interface between user and the computer hardware. And the next one is the design goal of operating system. Design goal of operating system means what is the objective of operating system? Why one invent operating system? So what is the purpose of operating system? For example, if you go for any of the application, web applications like WhatsApp, can you please mute yourself? Otherwise, I will. All of you, please mute yourself. The operating. The design goal of operating system is the operating system invented for the user convenience and the system efficiency. For example, it is very easy for us to work with a machine, and it is very in an efficient manner we can work with a machine. For example, take a WhatsApp example. So WhatsApp is an application. Why one invent WhatsApp application? The purpose of WhatsApp is to send the messages for group chats and next to for video calling. These are the objectives and why one invent WhatsApp. In the similar fashion, what is the need of inventing the operating system? So the main objective of operating system design is the operating system has to provide an environment. In that particular environment, the user can work with the machine in a convenient and efficient manner. So what exactly convenience and efficiency? For example, in the last class, what I told you, so once the operating system is loaded from secondary memory to main memory, the system is ready to use. Initially, the OS is available in the secondary memory, right? Hard disk. Whenever you turn on your computer, it automatically loaded from secondary memory to main memory. Okay. So whenever it is loaded into the main memory, from that particular point of time onwards, we can able to work with the machine. That means without OS, we cannot run the single application. We cannot use the machine, right? And next point, what you need to understand is this one. Another name for the operating system. What is another name for the operating system? Another name for the operating system is resource manager. Another name, let me highlight the word resource manager. Is it clear now? The video is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
I bold the letters. Another name for the operating system is resource manager. As we discussed in the last class, operating system is responsible for managing all the system resources. That is the reason why it is called as resource manager. What are the resources available in a computer? Resources may be a memory, the resource may be a processor, it may be a file or input-output devices. Input-output devices means printer, monitor, all those things, mouse, keyboard, everything are comes under input-output devices. So all these resources are managed by the operating system. That is the reason why operating system is also called as resource manager, right? So by this we have concluded 2 points. The first point is operating system is an interface. Operating system is an interface between user and the computer hardware. This is the first point you need to understand. And what is the design goal of operating system? Why one invent operating system? So because of the operating system only, we can run the programs and we can solve the problems with ease. That is very important. We can work with the machine in a convenient fashion and we can work with the machine in an efficient manner. So that those are the design goals of operating system, right? I have covered this slide already. Operating system is also called as a resource manager as it is managing the resources. And next very important point you need to understand is operating system is not a hardware. Operating system is a system software. That means it is also a program. Operating system has so many functionalities. I already told you last class, operating system is responsible for memory management. It is responsible for process management. It is responsible for file management, device management. So all those things are functionalities. So these functionalities are, all these functionalities are available in the operating system software. So it is a system software, right? It is not a hardware. So these are the examples for the operating systems: Linux, Windows, OS X, Solaris, OS 400, Chrome, OS, everything. All these are the examples. Might you know operating systems like Unix, Linux, all these things you might know, right? These are the examples for the operating systems. Up to this point, is it clear for you all?
Yes, ma'am.
I will move to the next slide. So next, operating system, what for? I already told you now. So all these tasks, file management, memory management, process management, handling the input-output devices. What are the input-output devices? It may be a disk drives, it may be a networking hardware, LAN, everything, printers. All these are comes under input-output devices. Input-output devices, shortly we can call it as peripheral devices, right? So all these are fundamental tasks or functionalities available in the operating system. That means the operating system is responsible for all these functionalities: file management, memory management, process management, input output devices, protection, everything. It will be discussed later when we discuss about operating system services. Okay. So up to this point, what an operating system is. All these 4 slides covers what operating system is, right? In the first, under the introduction of operating system, the first one is what is an operating system, right? So this is what we covered now. So operating system is an interface between the user and the computer hardware. It provides an environment where user can work with the machine in an efficient and convenient manner. Operating system is also called as a resource manager as it is managing the resources. And next, operating system is a software, system software, right? And next, these are the examples of operating systems. And then these are the operations, functionalities of operating system, right? Now, operating system definitions. Operating system has so many other words. So far, we have covered only this one: resource allocator or resource manager. Resource allocator means I already told you in the last class. whenever we want to run a program or whenever you want to work with an application, whenever you want to play a game application. So what happened exactly? Initially, all those applications are available in the secondary memory. Whenever you touch the Ludo game on your mobile screen, automatically the Ludo game will be loaded from secondary memory to main memory. That means operating system allocates main memory for that Ludo application. Whenever you touch Temple Run, automatically the Temple Run will be loaded from secondary memory to main memory, right? That means operating system allocates blocks of main memory to that particular Ludo program or as well as a Temple Run program. So once they are available in the main memory, we are able to run. That means CPU can run the particular applications for us, right? That means OS is responsible for allocating the memory, right? So not only the memory. For example, if you want to run the Temple Run, Ludo, and next to all the other until whenever you want to listen to the music, at the same time you can listen to the music, at the same time you can run the Temple Run, right? For both the applications are executed by the CPU. So CPU is switching between your MP3 player as well as Temple Run. The switching of CPU from process 1 to process 2. The single CPU is switching from process 1 to process 2. Who will switch? The operating system will take care, right? Like this, the operating system will allocate and deallocate. Deallocate means once you quit the Ludo application, automatically the memory which was allocated earlier for that application execution will be deallocated. That is called allocation means assigning the memory. Deallocation means removing or free up the memory, right? And the next one, control program. Operating system is also called as a control program. Why? Because it controls the execution of programs. So I will let you know the IO operations later. So meanwhile, you can understand up to this point. Operating system controls the execution of user programs and operations of IO devices. Of course, I can let you understand. Operations of IO devices means input-output devices, right? You can send a print request and you can take the printout, right? So for that purpose, you need to send a request to the output device printer, right? All those are comes under operations of IO device, right? The example. And then kernel. Another name for the operating system is kernel. So usually what a kernel is heart of the operating system. Heart of operating system. So whatever the functionalities I told you earlier, like file management, memory management, process management, all those things will be handled by the kernel, which is the heart of the operating system, right? So that is the reason why if you observe this line, kernel is only one program running at all the times. The kernel is running all the time in your machine. Why? Because of it only we can work with the memory. Because of it only we can run our programs with the processor, right? So the only program running all the time in your computer is kernel and it is available in the operating system. So operating system heart, right? Kernel is the heart of the operating system. So coming to operating system definitions, we have multiple names for the operating system. It will be act as a resource allocator. It can control the program execution and it is also called as a kernel. Why? Because kernel is a heart of the operating system, right? Right. So if we go for the definition, what we told earlier. So first definition. What is an operating system? Operating system is a program that acts as an interface between user and the computer hardware, between user and the computer hardware. Where the operating system is available? Operating system is available between the user and the computer hardware. That means it works as a mediator, right? Or an interface between the user and the computer hardware. Okay. So if we observe this particular diagram, so in the bottom we have a computer hardware, in the top we have a number of users. So here in between the user and the computer, we have operating system. So operating system is an interface between user and the computer hardware. Okay. And next, what all these things? Compiler, assembler, text editor, and database system. So all these are the application programs. All these applications, right? So what is the need of compiler, assembler, text editor, and database systems? Each and every individual user have their own work with the computer. Now I would like to work with a C program. So I want to compile my C program. At that particular moment of time, I want to compile. So one of you are working with a database. So you require database system application. So one of you are working with a notepad. So you want to type your document. So for that you require some notepad. So one of you want to work with the assemblers, right? So likewise, all these are applications. Usually user is interacting with the application, user is interacting with the computer for a purpose, right? Each and every user have their own interest, their own request, right? So in between the users and the computer hardware, operating system will be available. It will take care of all the functionalities of computer, right? So that the user can work with a computer in an efficient manner. If the operating system is not available and it is not working, so you cannot work with the machine. If the operating system is not working, you are unable to work with the machine. Okay, so that is the reason why user can work with the computer in an efficient manner and convenient manner if the operating system is loaded into the main memory, right? That is it. So you need to justify this particular diagram with a definition. So between the user and the computer hardware, there is an interface, right? That means without operating system, a user cannot work with the computer. That is what you need to understand by seeing this particular diagram. Without operating system, the user cannot interact with the computer hardware. Why? Because it is an interface, right?